No, I'm serious.
What is up, everybody? This is Taste Test Podcast, and we are back for another episode. This is episode 15.
Yes,
episode 15. We are back in the building. This is one half of your co-hosts here, Jonathan, and Miss Jenae over here as well.
Y'all, what's going on? What's going on?
Shit, man. It's been a long week.
Yes.
Some more music news and some stuff that's been happening we got to cover.
Wow.
Man,
What?
we ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna jump into the first topic here. Eminem, he dropped KAMIKAZE, his new surprise album that dropped this past Labor Day weekend. So
Yes, sir.
everybody doing the weekend got a chance to check it out, even though one of us didn't get a chance to do it, but it's all good. I think did you want to do a music review for this album?
We might as well. Oh, I didn't know he put Royce the 5'9" on here.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
They partners. Yeah.
Joyner Lucas. Ooh.
Yeah, Jonah Lucas is on here.
And his album.
Oh yeah. I like Jonah.
I know y'all, I'm a little late. I had a real busy weekend this weekend. A lot has went on in my life in like the last 5-6 days. A lot has been going on. So forgive me, I'm a little behind. I'm a little
So
behind.
that means you didn't hear the album, huh?
No, I did not hear the album yet, but I've heard of the album, and I heard Eminem was slitting throats.
Yeah. So I don't even want to say too much about it because we already gonna do a review, and then
Right.
you said you didn't hear the actual album, so I don't want to give it away and influence how you listen to the album. But yeah,
That is so sweet.
it was cool. I'm gonna actually make a confession. I'm not the biggest Eminem fan or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I was especially off his last album, I didn't care too much for his last album that he dropped late last year. So I was like, glad he dropped another one to kind of clean up for that last album, which was called Revival. This one's called KAMIKAZE, and it was pretty obvious once you read the title. It's like what he was going for. So I think he pretty much accomplished it. Do I think this is a super great album? Nah. This is not his best album, but it's definitely levels up from what he did last time. So I'll give him that. But yeah, that's my little take on it. Yeah, and right now my favorite tracks I would have to say would be Not Alike, Fall. Let me see. Also, The Ringer, which was the opening track. KAMIKAZE was cool, the title track. So I got a few songs that I rock with.
Okay.
But yeah. So shit. We might as well just jump right into the other stuff that you alluded to as well, that he was going for some next, and he sure did. He was coming for everybody pretty much that said his last project was trash. Anybody that was like a big name or whatever that was calling the album trash on podcasts, on television, that like to review music or talk about music. So he came at like people like Joe Budden, DJ Academic, Charlamagne the God. He also went at some other rappers, including Joe Budden. Like I said, he came at Drake as well. He had some lines for Drake. It was I was like, that was the one that was like out of left field for me. I was like, dang, what he got against Drake? I thought that was kind of cool. So I don't know what that was about. We're gonna see. He also came at Tyler Creator and Vince Staples and some of these mumble rappers like Lil Yachty. He called out Lil Yachty as well. So
Man, Man, Lil Yachty be living his best life.
That's
People
what I'm
don't leave
saying.
Lil
Can
Yachty.
we leave Lil Yachty alone? I know his music is trash,
Yeah.
but just let him live. Like, he ain't
Live
hurt.
his
He
life.
don't hurt
Y'all ain't
nobody.
did nothing to y'all.
Right, he don't hurt nobody other than people's ears. Like, that's the only thing he hurts. Like, so,
But he even said, he was like, I have fun with my music. If you don't like it, don't listen to it, bro. Like, it's that simple.
that's why I was like, all right, this is.
He ain't gonna respond. That's the thing about Lil Yachty. He not gonna respond. Lil Yachty got a whole Target commercial out here. He is not worried about y'all.
So,
okay?
yeah, that was the thing. I was like, most of the people on here, I was like, I don't think they really gonna respond. Now, one person that we know for sure that responded as far as like shooting back another track at him was Machine Gun Kelly or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
I
you.
love Machine Gun Kelly too. He's been quiet for a while.
There's a reason. He explains that in the diss track. I'll go ahead and spoil it, even though I don't think you heard it yet. But for the listeners, Machine Gun Kelly was basically complaining about how Eminem or whatever stopped him from really, reaching another level there, being under his shady records or whatever the label Eminem has or whatever he's over or whatever. He said he kind of told the execs there to kind of put his music on the shelf, basically. Like, I was like, dang. And then Eminem was talking about he didn't like the fact that Machine Gun Kelly was saying that his daughter was hot or whatever. So that was probably the reason why. I was like, I don't know. This is interesting. It's like a white little civil war going on. I'm just sitting back eating my popcorn. I was like, dang, the white boys going at it.
You stupid.
But yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. We gonna see. I'm pretty sure M gonna respond with something. I don't know. I'm not too crazy. I'm just interested. I think this is gonna help Machine Gun Kelly out more than anybody else because he's been quiet. So now people are actually starting to mention his name again. So
right.
So yeah, I was like, it was cool that he did this album, but it's still again like, hey, you don't gotta respond back to everybody, dude, do you? Especially like the people we know who ain't gonna respond. So it was like, whatever. So, Jenae, I had a question.
Go ahead.
Is Eminem a top 5 MC of all time? Top dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Yes.
Say it again.
I'll put him at number 5.
You got him at number 5. See, yeah, I can't put him in my top 5. I just can't.
But I'm an Eminem fan. I'm an Eminem fan, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him up there. Me personally, of my top 5. And so let me explain on that.
Yeah, who's your top 5?
Top 5. Period. Probably not. Now, my reasoning with that would simply be that Eminem is definitely more of a lyricist, straight off the top, straight off the dome. I mean, you bar for bar, Eminem can tear almost just about any rapper down, in my opinion. Not everybody, but I shouldn't see rappers, MCs. He can tear a lot of people down. I mean, his flow is phenomenal. Eminem is one of a kind. Mm-hmm. And it would never be, in my opinion, there would never be another MC quite like Eminem. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's unproblematic because the man ain't never said nigga.
Actually, he did.
Or he had. Have I missed it?
Yes, he actually did. There was a recorded. This was back when he first kind of started off. Like,
which, right?
Yeah. This was back early M or whatever. This is like he was back. I think he was like in high school or something like that, and he was caught on tape saying the N-word or whatever because his girlfriend at the time, who was black, broke up with him or whatever, and he was caught on tape saying the N-word, and then he made a little apology or whatever. The people forgave him. I still haven't forgotten about that, and also I didn't like some other stuff that he did. He was disrespecting Lauryn Hill. He said some disrespectful stuff about Lauryn Hill. I didn't really appreciate that either, but that's neither here nor there. He hasn't said it on wax, which is probably why a lot of people don't go back to that or whatever. And plus, he said it when he was younger in high school or something like that. So some people will give him a pass on that. I don't, but that's just me personally. But since we talking about the MCs, top 5 dead or alive, I don't put them in there. And it's this personal taste to me. Like if I look back, compare them against like a Biggie, a Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, even if I want to throw in Andre 3000, somebody like that, like their bodies of work is just better than his. Like when I go back and look at like their bodies of work now, like if we just grade in pure lyricism, like he could get up in there. But like if I'm talking about just everything, the sum of everything that you've done, I can't put him in my top 5. And plus, I think Royce the 5'9", another Detroit rapper, I think Royce is better than him. Like I'm one of the few people that be like, yeah, Royce the 5'9" is better than Eminem. I'll be like, anybody can fight me on that. I don't care. I think he has better bodies of work as well. Like his last 2 albums that he's put out these last 2 to 3 years, I think has been better than anything Eminem has done as of late. So,
really?
Yeah. Yeah, you check out his latest album that he dropped this year called The Book of Ryan. And then he had one, back in 2016. I'm forgetting the name of it. But that one was raw too. Like he gets real personal too. Like he goes deep into like his transgressions and his family life and all that. Like I was like, dang. And it's lyrical. It's got some heart to it. It's just, whew. Oh, it was called Layers. That was the name of the album, Layers. That one. Whew. But yeah, for me personally, listeners. Yeah, Eminem's not a top 5 MC. He might make my top 10. For sure, he's in my top 15 though. He might make my top 10. I ain't really sat down and done one of those yet. But yeah. So, let's get into some of these other topics here. Recently, I know I shared this information with you earlier this week or weekend or whatever it was. Bob Marley assassination rumors surfaced up again. An ex-CIA agent allegedly claims his murder. I think they were saying also in the reports this CIA agent was on his deathbed. So, they said, with people nearing death, a lot of, they start dispelling a lot of truths in their past life or whatever. So I was just interested for us to talk about this on our podcast. Kind of talk about like, do we think is there any truth to this or what? Like our overall thoughts on this. I know. When I was seeing it, I was like, that
didn't surprise me, but
like here we go.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're never gonna know the truth. We can speculate all we want. You know what I'm saying? And he can make his confession because he about her anyways.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. It was the same thing with that lady that admitted about the Emmett Till thing that he never whistled at her. I was like, lady, you down there 150 years old. How you gonna tell us this now? Like, we didn't really already know that it was also some racist shit. Like,
yes.
Come on now. But like it was interesting because I read a few articles and like one of the quotes that stuck out to me, the guy, the ex-CIA agent or whatever, he said, and I quote, he said, "I was a patriot. I believed in the CIA, and I didn't question the motivation of the agency. I've always understood that sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good." And then he was like, "I gave him a pair of Converse All-Stars, size 10. When he tried on the right shoe, he screamed, 'Ouch.' That was it. His life was over right there and then. The nail in the shoe was tainted with cancer viruses and bacteria. If it pierced his skin, which it did, it was good night, nurse." It's just like, Damn. Yeah, man. I kind of want to believe it, but then again, I don't want to believe it because it's like, fam, like somebody go to those type of lengths just to kill somebody or murder somebody is like, what?
Yeah, nah.
Like, what? This is wild.
This is.
It hurt because especially with Bob Marley, one of my favorite all-time artists, music artists of all time. It's like, that's what y'all doing, fam.
Yeah, this is
y'all gonna kill somebody with a microphone.
This is legit.
Who sings for a living.
Doing. And like I said, at this point, I'm just like, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I don't know what they want us to do. I don't know what he wants us to do with this information.
That's what I was saying. It was just like,
I don't know what he wants us to do.
Why now? That's the first thing that came in my mind. Why now? Why are you telling us this now? Like,
yeah. Like
we already speculated that some weird stuff happened to Bob Marley at the end of his life. It was like,
exactly.
It was really convenient. Like,
yes.
He died. The same thing with Michael Jackson. I feel like, yeah, the Beatles catalog or whatever. He died not too long after he buy that up. It's just, same thing with Prince.
Right.
Come on, y'all. Anyway, so on some other maybe good or sad news, depending on how you look at it. Kanye West has gone on his apology tour in Chicago. He finally went back home to Chicago in I don't know how many years, but he's been in Chicago doing a few radio shows, talking and being interviewed. And I guess, I don't know, I guess he's sorry to the black community for all his comments.
Okay, so what's the next topic?
I take it you didn't buy his apology.
We don't care anymore. We don't care. You can be as sorry as you want to, but at this point, dog, a lot of us just don't care, bro. We don't care, Kanye. At least I don't. You can go around apologizing until you are purple in the face. But until you learn to love yourself and your situation, what you got to say to me is very irrelevant, my brother. So,
you just here for the music.
I'm not even here for your music. I just had to listen to the album. And the album was great. Haven't picked it up since. But other than that, I have nothing to say to I have nothing to say to Kanye. Next. Okay. That's great. Cool.
Kanye West is like that crazy uncle, auntie in your family, like always saying some wild off the cuff shit. Mm-hmm. But you still gotta love them because they family. It's that type of thing. But you will never really be fucking with them until it's like the holidays, like special days like Christmas or grandma's birthday celebration or some shit like that. You don't really fuck with the nigga or her.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point we gotten with Kanye, a lot of us. We just like, alright, whatever, Kanye. When the next album coming out, fam? When your new shoes coming out to everybody you like is Yeezys.
Don't nobody looking at them hospital
Yeezys.
shoes.
Hey, a lot of people mess with them Yeezys now. I don't, but shoot, I
people
know.
People mess with anything if it's expensive, just to say.
That's the sad part. It's like, bro, like this shit shouldn't be that expensive, though. It shouldn't be that expensive.
Like, he got the new house shoes, the house slippers that he wore to 2 Chainz wedding.
Bro,
them look like
them mugs barely fit.
Like, I don't understand. Why does everybody cop? Like, they're just the most amazing things in the world. And you just look at people like, this is what you choose to spend your money on?
Yeah,
and especially on this man that's been problematic, particularly in the black community for the last couple of years. Like, man, get out of here. Anyway, what's the next topic?
Oh,
Boxing, yeah, you're still canceled. Next.
Jenae's canceled Kanye. So, Childish Gambino dropped a new video for his song "Feels Like Summer." Yeah, I liked it. I liked the song already, so I like the video. It's nice. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Jenae, what was you thinking when you saw the video or whatever?
I love the shade, but
what shade? There was shade.
I love Childish Gambino concepts. He puts a lot of thought into whatever he drops, and whatever he drops always makes an impact. Yep. No matter what the song is or what it's about. And that's why Childish Gambino has become really one of my top 10 favorite artists of all time. He had Nicki and Travis Scott of all time. Wow. Childish Gambino is like my top 10.
Of all time.
Of all time. I get Childish is there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And especially with this video with Nicki and the Travis. I mean, he put, but of course, let's all not forget the iconic scene. Kanye and Michelle Obama.
That mug was funny.
That was hilarious.
Boy, when I seen that, I was cracking up. Yeah.
I saw that and I said, oh, Childish did this. And then overbraiding Lil Uzi, retwisting Lil Uzi's hair. I mean, I just thought it was a very well put together video. I mean, it's like, it reminds you of Summer in the Neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It just did it with celebrities.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a beautiful concept, and then it was a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. Like Childish Gambino has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
I have nothing else to say.
Honestly, you could say that he may be one of the, he's taking the summer or whatever, and he hasn't even dropped an album this year. Like,
no, he has not.
You can make an argument that Childish Gambino is one of the best artists for this year or whatever, and he hasn't even dropped the album. He's only dropped songs and videos, and he's still staying relevant. And
each one amazing.
That's something to be noted, to be saluted. It's like, bro, like we seen Eminem almost in 1 year drop 2 albums already.
Mm-hmm.
And,
but it ain't scratching.
I mean, they're cool or whatever, but Eminem, I'm not afraid to say that he doesn't have the pulse of the culture anymore like that. Same thing with Nicki Minaj. Like, you saying with her having her little temper tantrums because she wasn't number one. Like a lot of these other artists that came up under them, like Childish, Travis, Scott, they're coming up and making waves. They're the leaders of the new school, I would say. Like, it's interesting, to see that kind of shift of the old guard, to say, or whatever. I'm here for it, though. Childish is doing his thing, man. I'm interested. Is he gonna drop something towards the end of this year? Like,
I hope so. Give me an album. He ain't dropped the album since what? End of 2016.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, he's been busy because he had the show with Atlanta.
Everything
he's
else.
Been doing these videos, these top-notch videos.
He's been working hard.
And he's gonna be in that new Disney movie, the Lion King live-action movie. He playing Simba. So the man busy. The man is busy. Like.
Yeah, he been busy.
Yeah, so salute to Childish. Somebody else that just dropped something new, Lloyd, dropped a new album. It's called True LP. I got a chance to listen to it. I enjoyed it. Haven't really heard much from Lloyd in God knows when, and I was glad to finally hear him. Like, I was like, this is good, Lloyd. Somebody hasn't been dropping nothing for real in a long time. This is a good body of work. It was about 11 songs, I think. Mm-hmm. Really, really good.
Yes, I listened to most of it, and I'm loving what I heard so far.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Who knows, you
am
know?
here for it.
It's interesting, man. I didn't know, because he says on the album, I think his sister died. Was it?
Yep.
His sister died, and he had a song that was dedicated to her, so that was real heartfelt. I was like, dang, this man has been through some stuff. Maybe that's why he hasn't been dropping nothing.
Yeah, then he had a baby.
Yeah, he got another one coming.
Label. Yeah, he got another one coming. Then he had something going on with his label and stuff back and forth.
Yeah.
He needs some mental health.
Don't we all, man? Jeez.
You know.
But I'm glad to finally hear him. So if you haven't heard it, please go check it out. Lloyd's new album is called True LP. Then also Bun B, he dropped a new album called Return of the Trill. It was, classic Bun B or, UGK style album. So it's got those southern Houston, Texas kind of feel to it. So if you been a fan of him or UGK, you gonna probably like it. I like this so far from what I heard. I've been kind of listening here and there. He's got a lot of southern artists on there, of course, like T.I. Yeah, Killer Mike on there. He has Big Crit on there as well. So, yeah.
Right. Good. I can't wait to hear it. I haven't had a chance to listen to that one either. When I say y'all, it's just been a long week. I've been balance, y'all. Balance. But I'm excited, Lloyd. I'm happy you finally came back out with something, because Lloyd has given us timeless bops. And of course, everybody's favorite, is she fine too? Is she fine too?
He still hasn't answered that question. When is he gonna answer that question? Like,
he answered it. He said it's whatever you want it to be. Lloyd,
I don't like that cop out answer. I need to know.
I need to know what your intention was.
He probably did. He probably messed up the words. That's what it was. He's probably supposed to say one thing.
Because the song is over 10 years old now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever you think it is what it is. Because you're not going to hurt our feelings like T-Pain did when he said it was and everybody been saying ooh-wee for the last 10 or so years. Bro, I've been saying ooh-wee. And I'm going to continue to say ooh-wee.
Because that's what it sounds like.
You say Wisconsin, wrong with mansion, T-Pain. I'm saying ooh-wee. Period.
Well. So, artist of the week, Jenae. Who's your artist of the week?
Childish Gambino. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go with Childish. It's a toss-up between Childish and Eminem.
Eminem for me.
I'll give it to Eminem. You got Childish. All right.
That's our guess.
So for this past month, we just came into the month of September, but the month of August. Who took the month of August, Jenae?
Who took the month of August?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I already got mine. I got mine already.
Month of August?
Yep.
Artist?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with Travis.
Hey, you took mine. Yeah, it's Travis.
Travis did that. Travis deserves
Travis? A lot of people are saying that he don't need a new Kanye West. It sounds blasphemous, but
he's the new Ye. I agree.
Think so, and I've been hearing some people. I heard today on like a podcast or on a show, they were saying like how he's doing his shows or whatever, how he's performing. They're kind of setting themselves. He's setting him up to be the next Kanye West. As far as maybe not antics, but his style and the sound, whatever, kind of be in the same ballpark as Kanye.
But like I said,
then he's married to a Kardashian as well. So I mean,
that's beef in the family. But like I said, it's gonna be awesome Thanksgiving. But like I said last time on the last show, Travis Scott has perfected what Kanye has been trying to perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Scott had it, and it's been, even though a lot of people said that Travis Scott bit off of Sway Lee, I don't agree. I feel like I can see it, but that's reaching. That's reaching.
Why do people think that? I haven't heard that.
Like the whole singy sound, and when they add that extra like layer on top of it, and it kind of gives you like that auto-tune-ish vibe a little bit.
Yeah, but Travis
like
has always been, he's been kind of doing that his whole career pretty much, as far as I know. At least that's what I thought. I don't know. His
whole career. But they're saying that it kind of took, like when he started kind of doing the whole singing thing, that he kind of bit a little bit off of Sway Lee. But Sway Lee ain't saying that, because Sway Lee is still making money and still doing hits. So Sway Lee ain't really
he was
tripping.
just on his album. He was just on
Sway Lee's on the album.
And he had a hard 2 features on there.
And he did that on purpose to show people that there's no beef. I'm not stealing his sound.
Yeah,
we have 2 different sounds.
That's what I love about Travis Scott. He brings everybody in, man. He don't care, man. He just trying to make perfect music. Like that's what I love about Travis.
Like, album,
He's not a lyricist.
He made me miss twice on this album, if that. Not really even a piece. Just not my favorites.
Yeah.
It has no choice but to go to Travis, man.
Yeah, the only thing I think will elevate him is if he really, practices his using different flows and like growing lyrically. Like that's the only thing that's separating him from from a Kendrick or Cole, because his sound is already there. He's got a definitive sound. When you hear a Travis Scott song from now on, it's a Travis Scott song. And if somebody else kind of sounds similar, they can be like, "Oh, you biting Travis." Like he's literally paved his own lane now. Like it's the Travis Scott lane.
He really has.
So yeah, I think he's I would put him up there with Kendrick and Cole as far as the popularity and all that. Like he's in there. And as far as the sound, he's got that. He just gotta, if you want to reach their level like that, you gotta be a better lyricist.
Yeah, he does. His lyrics needs a lot of work.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Travis, shout out to you, man. I may be going to the concert. I don't know yet. I still gotta decide.
Yeah,
I don't want to get caught in that mosh pit. That's the only thing I'm like. I don't want to get caught in no mosh pit. I ain't built for that. Yeah, but so sleeper albums and songs past the present, so we can close this baby up.
A sleeper album. Oh, I'm gonna give this to Roy Woods. Exists. It's really an EP. This came out 2015. Mm-hmm. It had of course, No Need to Pretend. She got love for the drum with Press. She got love for the drum. Yeah. That one that with Drake, that EP was nice. It's only 6 songs, 23 minutes. An easy listen. That would easily be my sleeper. I mean, that bomb. My sleeper song though. Mm-hmm. Ocean by TK Crab and Speaking Jacquees.
I haven't heard that song. Ocean?
And I think I dive in your ocean.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Like when I hear it, I don't be recognizing who's singing it. I just be hearing it. I be like, oh, this cool. This cool.
It's a nice little song.
Yeah.
It's a nice little vibe song. I can jam to it. I can get him that.
Cool.
I can get him that. It's a nice little vibe. That would be my sleeper song on my sleeper album.
So, my sleeper album is called 23 by the artist. Her name is Scribe Cash. I gave you this as an album swap a while back. She just dropped a new album last month. So, yeah. Please go check it out. She's a new up-and-coming artist. I think she resides out in California. But, yeah, I really like this. She got this real cool style, rapping and singing. She's got some nice smooth jams on there. And it's not that long of a project either. I think it's only anywhere from 10 to 14 songs. So, yeah, give it a listen. Very nice. And then my sleeper song would be Caramel by Lloyd. That mug is a bop. I don't understand why are they playing that on the radio? I haven't been listening to the radio too much lately, so I don't know. But I haven't heard nobody else playing it around town, so I was like,
dude,
man.
I've been listening to that song for like the last month and a half.
Yeah, I haven't really heard nobody bigging it up. I was like, this song is nice. This is nice.
Nice. It's about his baby mama.
Word? That's what the.
It's about baby mama.
I guess so. Huh?
Tell you, you guess so, huh?
You got that caramel, I guess, you know. Like,
yeah, you got that caramel up in the bed.
I like caramel, you know. But yeah, man. That is my sleepers, y'all.
Yes.
And we have come to the end of this edition of our podcast, episode 15. And Miss Jenae, where can everybody go to find our podcast and go follow us on social media and stuff like that?
We are on Apple Podcasts at Taste Test Podcast, Instagram, YouTube at Taste Test Podcast, YouTube at Twitter at Taste Test Pod. That's the only one that's different. We are on all social media platforms, SoundCloud, all that. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know or holler at us if you want to be on the show. If you got some ideas, just let us know. We are open to anything and willing to accept anything. Also, by the way, special shout out to Nike.
Hooked up our boy Colin Kaepernick. Colin
I
Kaepernick.
mean, I always rock with you, Nike. But you know what? I think I'm gonna rock a little harder. I think I'm gonna go a little. I was gonna buy some Reeboks this weekend. I just bought some Nikes a couple weeks ago, but you know what? I think I might go ahead and buy some Nikes again this week. So, just throw that tidbit in at the end. Because we do love black people here, because we are black ourselves. Yeah, and we're black over here, and that's what we do with our lives. So, boom. Yeah. Anything else, JR, before we exit?
Nah, I got the same sentiments. Shout out to Nike and Kaepernick. I'm finally glad Kaepernick getting his money. NFL should have had paid him, but they was on some bullshit. So
and watch them come back.
See, this is what NFL stupid as. This should be a sign to them that you can be honest about politics and stuff like that and still be marketable. Like, I don't understand why the NFL couldn't get that through they stick white skulls,
because they want to lose. Because they want to lose their money. At the end of the day, it's about their cash. Bro, they started losing sponsorships, bro, because people was mad at them for the protests. Because the people was like, why you gonna kick the dude out or blackball the dude or whatever? Because he want to voice his opinion. Like, y'all didn't have no rule for him to stand, so how y'all gonna be mad at a rule that y'all didn't make? Yeah. So, I mean, y'all just made the situation worse, but that's on y'all. And, you know, shout out to Kaepernick for sticking to your morals, man. Staying 10 toes down. You know, sir. And speaking to a lot of folks, a lot of people sold out by now and, you know, worry about so much about the money.
Yeah, man.
And you know, the black community, we needed that.
Yeah, and shout out to his girlfriend, Nessa, or whatever.
She's
been holding him down, too, so shout out to her, you know. I'm glad, you know, they're another up-and-coming black power couple. Glad to see they, you know, together. But, yeah, that is it for us at Taste Test Podcast. Make sure you go follow, subscribe, share, rate us, all that good stuff. And we are out of here. Love y'all. Goodbye.
See y'all later.
No, I'm serious.